Just a couple of seconds away from Arnold coming here. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the star of the new movie True Lies, is coming in to say hi. Ralph went to see the movie last night. He called me. He said, man, is that a great movie. So Arnold back on top. And we're glad to see it because he's one of the few dudes.
He's a friend of ours.
Yeah, he's one of the few superstars who actually appreciates us and comes on the show. There's a lot of in-the-closet superstars who listen. But Arnold at least admits to it and digs us, and certainly doesn't have to come here.
That's right.
The movie's doing well without us. But he just respects the integrity of this program.
Actually, I don't know why he does.
We reach a lot of people, and he can promote through it. But still, that's pretty cool. You know, most people go to Larry King, who can't even bring in 400 people to the theater.
Does Arnold? I don't know if I've ever seen him on this.
Yeah, I think he does that.
Yeah.
I think he does that mess of a show. So Arnold said, when I come to New York, I'll do Howard's show.
Yeah, did you see all the people lined up at Planet Hollywood to see him last night?
Oh, is that right? He's doing the whole promotional thing, huh?
Yeah.
Even Tom Arnold's in town promoting. He was on Conan.
Why can't we get him?
I don't know. He's a big pussy. He can't come in here.
Did we call?
Yeah, I think we did.
He still won't come in, even now that he's not with Roseanne.
Well, what we ought to say is the first Arnold, whether it be Tom or Roseanne, who comes in here, we support in the divorce proceedings.
All right. We'll take either one.
Tom Arnold actually doing a good job in the movie. I got to admit when a guy does a good job. I wanted to hate him in it, and he was good.
Well, you can admit that. I still don't see it.
Jamie Lee Curtis
did an incredible job.
She, God, what a body on her. She does a great strip in there.
Well, I'm not just talking about that. I thought she was a great comedian.
Really? I didn't think she was that good as a comedian. I thought her body.
When she takes that fall in the middle of that strip.
Who noticed?
Oh, I did. I thought that was great.
That's right. So, he'll be in here in a few seconds. I wanted to play my new campaign commercial for you. I'm wondering.
You should.
You think I should?
Again, yes.
Well, what if Arnold's on his way up? I'll just play it. He can wait a sec.
He's here.
Oh, he's here.
He's coming in now.
Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Arnold, let me gaze at your presence. Look at that. Look at you. All tan and fit and trim. Hey, Arnold, good to see you.
I brought you a little gift here.
All right.
See?
I was hoping it would be your wife. Here it is. Wow, what is this? Omega Sector, First Line Defense. Oh, this is the True Lies T-shirt.
Exactly.
Gee, thanks, Arnold.
T-shirt for one of you guys.
Hey, look at Arnold being very generous to Jackie. You don't have to give to those guys.
Forget Jackie and Fred. It's only Howard.
Arnold, they're
and me.
not that talented. You don't have to give it. Just give to me and Robin. You don't have to give to the other guys.
Well,
Just ignore them.
They're talented, but they look talented.
They look talented.
Yeah, exactly.
They're sitting here freeloading.
What is this for?
You need headphones.
Robin.
You won't be able to hear me.
Oh my God.
You don't like wearing headphones, Arnold?
Yeah, no, but it's okay. I can suffer.
You could deal with it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Slap those on. Look how manly Arnold is with those.
So gorgeous.
Those big fingers and. I said this the last time he was here. He appears to be like an adult, and we appear to be children.
Well, he treats us like children, which is what I like.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You're more in control.
Wait a minute. What do you mean, Robin? Just because you're in a glass booth in there, I mean, you think you can give me some, you know what?
You know what, Arnold?
I break through things. You've seen it in the movies,
That's
right?
True. That's true.
Okay, so there you are. So don't feel so protected in there.
Everybody knows I'm a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, especially since the days of Conan the Barbarian.
Absolutely.
I really am. I always thought that movie was brilliant, and I knew you'd be great in it. And I've liked all your movies. You know that. I'm a big fan, but I was...
Can I just tell you my favorite scene in this movie?
Okay, go ahead. Uh-oh, here we go.
Well, there's two favorite scenes, I suppose.
When Jamie Lee strips.
Well, yeah, I love Arnold's reaction when he drops the tape recorder and all that stuff.
That was good.
And I love the scene with the horse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was good.
The chase on the horse is incredible.
Yeah. That was really good.
Well, talking about the Conan days, I mean, if I wouldn't have done all the horseback riding on a Conan movie, I mean, I don't know how I would have done those scenes with the horse.
That's actually you riding that horse.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had to really chase, the scene, doing the scene, chasing the terrorist on a motorcycle. We had one horse that was a race horse.
Yeah.
Which was an extremely fast horse. And that I used for the race through the park. Then we had a jumper. That was good in jumping over the wall into the fountain and doing those kind of scenes. Then we had another horse that was very good in turning and was good in Western style horseback riding. We used 4 different horses
Wow.
to do all the
See,
things.
I'm thinking of putting a horse in my movie now, since I saw Arnold's movie. I might do some horseback riding.
Really?
Yeah, well, we're in the middle of riding it, so I'm just going to throw a horse in.
It's amazing.
I think you should. But the only thing is the key trick there is to just ride every day for 2 hours a month before.
Oh, he
because
won't
when
do
you
that.
get on
I
the
don't need
set-
to do that.
No, but I'm telling you, when you get on a set,
I'm going to
and
ride a
the horse-
donkey, maybe.
Exactly. No, this is a little bit better, but this
Yeah.
is less predictable, you know.
You know what's funny? I am such a pussy. I don't mind telling you this,
He
Arnold.
couldn't even get up on a horse.
Remember on our old TV show, I had to ride a donkey
Yes.
for the nativity scene. I came in, I was Mary, of course, and I rode in on the nativity scene, and I was crying the whole time and whining to
Because
everyone because I was up on a donkey.
The donkey was so high.
Yeah, but you're a real man, aren't you? I mean, you're a man. You
Well,
know how
I
to
mean,
handle situations.
Are you afraid of things?
Well,
Yeah, what are you afraid of, Arnold?
Well, let me just tell you. First of all, I cannot take credit for being such an international stud as I am. I mean, this is just a way.
No, you got a lot of women. Hey, wait, I'm going to stop you right there.
Can't take
First of
credit.
all, I don't even know. I never understood why you even got married. Maria Shriver, great girl. The whole thing, the Kennedy thing, I understand. And that's fun for a year or two. But the amount of girls no, seriously, Arnold knows what I'm talking about.
I don't know that
He's a man's
He's
man.
waiting for you to finish your question.
He knows. I don't think there is a finish to this question.
That's
I'm
what
saying-
I was worried about, Howard.
I mean, you were getting tons of models, strippers, whatever you wanted. I mean, this guy went through a lot of women. True or false?
I had a fair share.
You had your share.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly.
I
You
cannot
know what was
complain.
interesting? That
but
you
let me just tell
kept
you,
it very quiet. There was never lots of stuff written about it.
No, he
Well,
knew
there's
how to do it
nothing-
discreetly.
There's well, first of all, at the time when I did have girlfriends, I was not as well known as now. I mean, don't forget that I have met Maria in 1977.
Is that right?
I've been since then together with Maria.
And no other
it
woman
has
since
been-
1977?
It has been, well, I mean, I cannot say that. Because
Really?
in the beginning, we were going
Oh,
out
just
more
dating.
casual.
I see.
But I mean, the only thing is that it is a relationship that grew all the time, and I am now much more in love with my wife than ever
Really?
before.
Jeez.
I think that I have the ultimate respect for her. She is the greatest wife.
Oh, she's
A
hot. No,
fantastic- but
she's
a
hot.
fantastic mother. You should
Yes.
see what kind of a mother this is. She is glued
Eunice
to the
Shriver.
children. Well, Eunice Shriver is her mother.
Right.
Yeah, she's saying
Oh, you meant Maria.
Maria's a great
Maria's a
mother.
good mother?
To the 3 children. that
She's
we
not always
have.
off running around with the TV?
I mean, I'm telling you, she works at home. She works out of the house.
Really?
She has the kids playing around in her office at the home. She's just really incredible. So,
I was
mean,
gonna
I'm
ask-
totally in love with her. And
How many
my love
housekeepers
for
you
girls-
got?
I have just one.
Just one housekeeper?
just one, yeah.
And Maria handles everything else?
She handles everything. I'm
She
telling you,
doesn't do
she's-
housework. Come
she's-
on.
She does
Oh.
housework.
Oh, my.
Oh, yeah.
She hasn't
Maria
seen
will be the
housework since
first one.
1977.
You know, more so now than before, because before she came out of a house where her mother and other people did things at the house, but now since it's her house,
Right.
and since she has a certain pride of wanting to keep things clean and in order and all this, she really is incredible how she whips this house in shape.
You don't have any nanny.
I had one nanny.
One nanny and a
Yeah.
housekeeper.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, come on, the guy's famous. I mean, he can handle it. Do you make him sign an agreement that they won't write about you and stuff? That's what I would do.
No, I mean, the oldest things don't mean that much anyway.
Really?
No,
they
but
watch.
I
They
think-
take notes. Trust me on this.
Look, you can't protect yourself. If people want to get around your back and do things against you, they would do it anyway. I
Probably
think,
they're
you know.
listening in when you and Maria making love and everything, and writing down everything, every noise they hear.
But
Every
no,
little
no,
thing.
but that's okay because I told Maria not to scream too loud.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
She's still obviously very turned on by you. And when you make a hit movie
Very
like this,
turned
True
on.
Lies, I mean,
But
she
you
must
can't
be
blame
wild.
her, right? I mean, just think about it.
When you take her to the opening of the movie and she sees it's a hit, she
Yeah.
knows, she can feel
Well,
it.
you know, the
Does she
interesting
take
thing
you
is-
home and make love like wild love?
The interesting thing is that when some of the critics and the papers started writing about Arnold looks sexy in this movie and stuff like that, Maria kept screaming, she says, I know this all along. That's why I married you. They're finally discovering this kind of thing.
Well, listen, between you and me, I would have nailed Jamie Lee Curtis on the first read-through of that movie. I really would have. I don't care if I was married or not. I probably would have just flipped my lid for her. I mean, you've got to be tempted every 2 seconds
But
by
let me
women.
tell you, first of all, I don't blame you for saying that because, I mean, she is a very, very sexy
Sensuous,
woman.
sensuous.
She's very physical.
Yes.
She is an incredible actress.
She touches you
So
a lot, right, when you're
she-
acting, and she's hanging around on the set. Jamie Lee puts her arm around
She's like a pal.
Arnold, the whole thing.
She's like a
exactly.
pal, She's an absolute pal. She did an incredible job with this strip
Yes.
Striptease.
Absolutely.
But you know the amazing thing is, in the scene, I had to drop the tape recorder that's supposed to speak in a French accent.
Right.
So she doesn't know it's me because there was, I was trying to
Right.
pull a trick on her. And in the meantime, after two minutes of doing the striptease, I drop it naturally because I was so shocked to see her, because I haven't seen the rehearsal, to see her stripping in front of me. So I dropped the tape recorder, and Jim Cameron, the director, was screaming, "Arnold, how many times did I tell you to do exactly what I tell you?" I mean,
this is called improvisation.
Don't drop the tape recorder. I didn't say you should drop it. I said, listen, I couldn't help it. I mean, my mouth dropped open, and the tape
and
recorder
they left it in
out of my hand. You know,
that's
so
great.
they kept it in. Yeah,
it's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable your life. What's
but
going on?
I was so ecstatic when I heard that you liked the movie. And
oh, come on, it's great.
I called you on Monday. I mean, I heard you talking about the movies.
Never mind that.
You, Robin. I said, I got to call Howard and Robin right now and tell them thank you for this.
Let me tell you something. You got a big hit on you. You get a piece of this. You're the producer of this movie? Executive?
No, Cameron is the director. And,
but you get percentage plus gross. I mean, percentage of the gross.
You get a salary, and then you get also a percentage of first dollar.
Excellent.
Yeah, exactly.
First dollar?
First dollar.
First dollar.
Oh, you should have heard Paramount with me. We don't give anyone first dollar. We don't give. I said, I bet you give Arnold Schwarzenegger first dollar. No, we don't give anyone first dollar. I said, you give everybody first dollar.
You wouldn't want to wait for the other deal, you know, where they deduct first the producer's fees and the expenses and the this and that. All of a sudden, you end up like Buckwald, you know, who ended up with no money.
Nothing.
After $300,000, the movie made $300,000, and the guy never ended up with a penny.
Well, Paramount told me, they go, we're going to give you a percentage of dollar when we never give that to anyone, and also so we don't have to give you a salary. I said, what are you talking about? Yeah, no salary. What do you mean percent? I'll never see anything. But, I mean, I said Arnold Schwarzenegger gets a percentage of the popcorn they sell. I said, what is this?
Howard, let me tell you something.
Right.
First of all, every studio is doing the same things. They write off things and all this. That's just by nature. That's just the way Hollywood operates. It's not Paramount or Universal or anyone specifically. But there are deals where you get no salary. Like, for instance, if and Junior, the movie I just did, we did not want any salary because we wanted to, on purpose.
Yeah, but you can afford to do that.
No. Twins, we did the same deal.
But on Conan, you got
Cop, we did the same deal. And on this one, there's certain movies that you do where you want to keep the expenses down to, let's say, a $25 million movie.
Right.
So Ivan Reitman doesn't take a salary. Danny DeVito doesn't. Emma Thompson, myself. No one takes a salary. We take a percentage of it to keep the expenses down because it's a little story and it's not like an epic movie, a huge action movie or so. So sometimes we do that. And remember one thing on the end. It is more important to have a movie that is successful, that the critics love, that the people love, that everyone talks about, than making a big salary.
Remember that, Howard.
No, I'm not remembering. That's the one piece of advice I'm not remembering. Although Arnold was a millionaire even before he got into bodybuilding.
That's right, but you will agree to that anyway, because then when you have a good project out there, you will make the money later on again because you're in demand. So it's much more, you get to first think about the project, about how to entertain the people and all those things.
You're wrong
then
on
think
this.
About
Do you have a little movie or a big movie, Howard?
I got a little movie and I want a salary.
I don't
Arnold, wait a second, Arnold. Let me keep talking to you here because I have limited time with you. You're a big star. You're one of the few big stars that comes in here. They're all afraid. Why are you not afraid? Why are you a real man and you come in here and the other ones are afraid?
This is more dangerous than any movie you do.
Although Alec Baldwin was in here the other day.
I love to live on the edge.
You do.
Yes,
you always did.
Absolutely. I mean, what is dangerous to come in here? I enjoy your program. I listen to it all the time.
Thank you, Arnold.
And everyone else does. Let me tell you something. This is the truth now, and I'm not now, trying to.
You're not kissing ass or anything.
No,
by the way, we will kiss your ass in a minute. So go ahead. Right. Whatever you say will be complimented back. Yes.
We have played movie trailers in the movie houses. We have played TV spots for True Lies and all those kind of things. The full page ads in the newspapers and so. I had more people come up to me in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
After you started talking about True Lies, and then I called in and we started rapping a little bit on Monday, I had more people come up to me after that than after all the rest of the stuff.
This is the truth.
This is how many people listen to this program. I went home to
You're about to get a standing ovation. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Look at that.
Thank you very much.
Look at that.
Thank you very much. Okay. Everyone sit down. Okay, you 50 people over there, sit down too. Thank you. But I mean, I went home and I said to Maria, I said, I couldn't believe how many people came up to me in the gym today and said, I heard you on Howard Stern. I heard how much you liked the movie. I heard you talking to Robin and all the whole thing. And it was like amazing.
We are very, very popular. People don't realize that.
But I'm calling it.
Now we're going to kiss your ass. Never mind that. No. You are done now. Allow me.
I just call it simply large.
Right.
Huge.
Huge.
Gigantic.
That's right. Arnold, let me now return
You ready?
Let me, Arnold, please pull your pants down and bend down, because I'm about to kiss you in a place that no man should kiss another man. May I say how much I love the food at Planet Hollywood, first of all?
And they always take very good care of us there. We should
Always
say
top
that.
care. I always
That's
like
right.
that. Hey, Ralph, come in here. Ralph calls me last night. I'll let you kiss Arnold's ass. I won't even directly have to kiss your ass. I've already kissed your ass enough. By the way, your shirt is the most beautiful shirt in the hemisphere. I want you to say that. Ralph, tell what happened. How many times a year? Don't sit down next to Arnold.
Yeah, stand.
All right, tell Arnold what happened when you went to the movie last night. How many times a year do you go to the movies?
I hardly ever go to the movies because I don't get excited to go to the movies, but this was great. I mean, I was blown away. I got up out of the I was amazed.
Shut up, Ralph.
Shut up, Ralph. You know what? Arnold hates you already. Everyone hates you.
You know, all your movies,
Yeah.
Total Recall, Terminator 2, when I leave the movie, I'm like stunned. Me and my friend went.
Is that why your tooth doesn't match your other teeth?
It's that look on his face.
See anything like this?
We left I mean, it was amazing. I mean, if you can see
Arnold
a movie
can't
this
believe
summer,
he's listening to Ralph. It's like, this is the guy that, Arnold blows off in the gym. But, now, Arnold, you can slug him. Go ahead and hit him. Just punch him right in the face.
Wait a minute.
Punch him.
Anyone that says such
Listen.
wonderful things about the film,
Yes.
let him stay here for another 10 seconds.
No, you let him stay
Let me be
here.
quiet. If you can see any movie this summer, see this movie because this.
All right,
this
get out of
this
here.
is the movie.
All
to
right,
see.
get out now
Not that
immediately.
retard movie or any of those other
shut
movies.
Oh,
up
be
and get
quiet.
out.
What's wrong with you? Get out of here. Now you ruined everything.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, that was a
And now
wonderful
I'll go
endorsement.
back and do the plumbing, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, get out of here.
Ever seen a get up like that, Arnold?
He's a pretty frightening guy, isn't he? Yeah, well, hey, listen. We can't all have fancy friends. Arnold, now, you make this movie True Lies, and of course, the most stunning part of the movie is that you took this Tom Arnold and turned him into something.
Whose idea was that?
Now, that was a big risk.
That was Jim Cameron's idea.
Really?
Jim
Because-
Cameron wanted to do some unusual casting. He didn't want to go for the ordinary kind of stuff and to
Right.
bring the guys in that would normally play those
Because
kind of
I
parts.
wanted to hate Tom Arnold in the movie. I wanted to. I mean,
Right.
I'm not a Tom Arnold
no,
fan.
I
I feel
understand.
he married this Roseanne for
No,
the
no,
money.
but I mean, it's also just both what you hear on radio and other programs and what you see in the papers and stuff like that.
It's
But
most
the
of what
fact
we
the
say,
matter-
yes.
yeah, actually, all the things that we say is what you hear. Right.
Let me just tell you.
Was
the
he
reality
bitching
of
about
it.
that Fatso Roseanne the whole time?
No, he was not bitching because they were in love when they came. They were
Oh,
together.
love.
They were
yeah.
together on a set and all this. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, let me
How
ask you a
much-
question. You
but-
go
no,
home
no,
to
no,
Maria
but-
Shriver. That's a
but let
hot
me-
number.
but
No,
let
did you
me
see that
first-
Kim Silva on the set?
Yeah,
But wait a
did you
minute.
see? Hey,
Guys,
Arnold.
You know something? You know
Arnold.
something? Wait a minute. My mind is blowing up here.
Yeah.
I'm getting 15 questions in 1 second.
There's smoke coming out
I
Arnold's
can't-
head.
I can't handle it any longer, guys. Let
Did
me
you ever see
answer.
those two
When
monsters
Tom
kiss?
Arnold,
Yeah,
when
go
Tom
ahead.
Arnold came into the he came into our office
Yeah.
and we read with Tom Arnold. He was the funniest
He can
guy
read?
of all of the guys
Really?
that came in. His acting ability was incredible. I immediately
You're gonna hire
agreed-
him again?
I immediately
Oh, no
agreed with
way.
Cameron, and I said we should have this man on a movie. Tom
Really?
Arnold is great. He will really add to the movie notice, and we were right. He was
That was
fantastic.
bold. That was
and
bold.
Of course it was.
It
But
was.
that's what you have to do. What do you think what it took for a director to hire me for the first time? Bodybuilders were never hired.
Of course.
Austrians with an accent and all those things were never hired.
Right.
So Cameron did a bold move. And Tom Arnold was fantastic, and most of the stuff that you read in the paper you can forget about.
Well,
They
these
were,
guys
in
really know what
fact-
they're doing.
They
Seriously.
were in love, Roseanne and Tom.
You really believe that?
But didn't you see the girlfriend on the set?
My prediction.
Yeah.
They will end up together.
Oh,
Really? Oh,
no.
come on. Are you crazy, Arnold?
No.
You know what it is?
No, this is my
Arnold
prediction.
is still thinking about Ralph, and he's confused. Don't hold him to that prediction.
Okay.
Do not hold Arnold Schwarzenegger
Just-
to that prediction.
You will see. You will see. This is just one of those kind of relationships.
Hey, I
But
had an
mean,
idea.
In any case, he
Yes.
was great. Jamie Lee Curtis was terrific, and then Eliza,
what's her story?
the little girl that played my
Oh, yeah.
daughter, was terrific.
And what's Jamie Lee's story?
I think
Do you think she's satisfied with her husband?
I think so.
You really do?
I really think so. I think that they have a great relationship. He's not as outgoing as she
That's
is.
what I mean. What
She's
happened to
very
him?
Outgoing. Well, he's
Who
a
wears
very
the pants in
he's
that
a very
family?
Do you know what I
both do.
read?
They do?
Both do, yeah, I mean,
Just
I-
recently, Jamie Lee Curtis said when her daughter Annie is ready to smoke pot, she'll
Yeah.
smoke it with her.
Oh, so big deal. She's got a good body. Who
She
cares?
said, I don't believe that. I think she maybe says that because she's a very strict mother.
Yeah.
Is she really?
You know what is great about
Yes.
a lot of those actresses is that impresses me a lot, being now a father and having children,
Right.
is when the kids come to the set, and they spend so much time with their kids and have someone there to play with them. And
I don't have the energy for that at all.
But it's very tough to do.
Let me tell you something. I last 5 minutes with my kids.
Jamie Lee Curtis is that kind of a mother.
Yeah.
She spent a lot of time with her daughter. She always had the daughter there on the set and stuff, because I love when I see things like that.
Yeah.
You know who also there were other women like Grace Jones and so fantastic mother. She was on the set.
I wouldn't want my
Grace
kids
Jones?
on the. I wouldn't want my
Number two.
kids on the set. You let your kids come on the
No,
set?
it's just that when you travel, let's say, for instance, Grace Jones was in Mexico City when we did Conan #2.
Right.
And so instead of having her son here in New York or somewhere else, she had him also in Mexico City, and he came every day to the set for an hour or two, and she played around with him, and she had fun and let him horseback ride. And she paid attention. It wasn't something that was pushed aside. She paid attention, and I love when I see that.
Hey, give us some tips. So how did you get Maria in line? I mean, because she was like working her, she was working like crazy.
Well,
doing
I was
TV.
wondering how she continues to work at NBC because she's hardly ever there.
Yeah, well, she's got a sweetheart deal. She's
Is
married
that
to
right?
Arnold. She's
Yeah.
so famous in her own right. So they keep her around. Let her do a special once in a while. Arnold laid down the law.
This was the
Give me-
first time after listening to your program for years.
Yes.
This is the first time I've heard him make a mistake.
What do you mean?
It was just incredible.
What
Because,
mistake?
First of all,
No, you
Maria
got her
doesn't-
in line.
No,
You did.
First of all,
Be-
Maria
be-
doesn't
be
have a
proud of
sweetheart
that.
deal. No,
Yeah.
I cannot be proud of something. I cannot take credit of something that is
You
not the
told
case.
her, if we're having
The
children,
fact-
you stay home and take care of the kids, and she listened.
Do you know something?
Yeah.
Maria demanded
Yes.
to stay with the children and to work with the children.
And she looks good.
And to give them all the love that they need. And her job that she does, she can spend part-time at our house, work out of our house, and part-time over at NBC office, where she takes the children over there.
They
and
even
has
let
them
them
play.
come over there.
Tell her,
Absolutely.
though.
So it's not as sweet as she works
Really?
her ass off.
Really?
This girl. Yes, absolutely. And this
Yeah, but tell
Thursday,
her-
this Thursday at 10 o'clock at
Go
night,
ahead, go ahead.
10 p.m., she will have her special on again on NBC. So I hope everyone is watching it, because she talks about something that you and I are interested in, we all are interested in, is
Menstruation?
about privacy.
Oh, privacy. I don't
of
care
the
about
press.
that.
No,
No, it's a
privacy of the
good
press,
program.
Because it's an interesting
Really?
concept to talk about how far the press is going, how far the celebrities are going to use the press, how much the press is used. There's a very interesting program there that is, I watched it, it looked really incredible. And so people should tune into that.
I saw
NBC
some of the
10 o'clock.
promos, and she's talking about all these people who are now suing celebrities and making all these claims
Yeah,
about
Exactly.
them.
It's pretty
So
weird
there's
stuff.
a two-edged sword there that you have. But anyway, she's great.
You know
She
what you
has a
gotta
good
tell her, though?
balance between being a mother and working hard.
Oh, you got to tell her.
What?
She's got to wear sexier outfits, though. Her body looks real good to me. I mean, obviously, you put her on
What
some
should
kind
she
of
be
workout.
doing the news in? A Merry Widow?
Yeah, like not a Merry Widow, but she can wear short shorts.
I love it.
She can wear like Daisy Dukes or something like this.
No.
You don't
This
like
is
her in
cool.
that.
I love the clothes that she's wearing.
I read that.
And-
You like conservative clothes on her. You don't want her wearing any low-cut cleavage,
No,
anything like
she
that.
sometimes wears that, but not when she's on television. And
Oh,
stuff like
let me
that.
tell you,
When
the
go to
ratings
a
would be
movie
through the
opening,
roof.
We don't need those kind of ratings
Really?
for her. No.
See, he puts it. He, I'm telling you, he's got control in that situation.
Oh,
No,
right. Like she wants to do
control.
that.
No.
Unbelievable. So, Arnold, you're excited about True Lies, obviously. This is a big movie. And then you're going to go work on one with Danny DeVito again? Is it a sequel
we
to...
just finished that, Howard.
that's done.
You're absolutely right. Junior is the movie that is coming out next. That is in November. We're coming out with Junior.
that a sequel
That's a
to
comedy.
Twins?
No.
No?
It is. It looks like it because Danny DeVito and me is joining again in this movie. But I mean, it's Emma Thompson, Danny DeVito, and myself, and it is a hilarious story where I get pregnant. But
You get pregnant?
Yes, but Danny DeVito talks me into, because we are researchers and we do experiments with drugs that help
good.
women.
This is funny already.
Yeah,
that sounds
exactly.
good.
And so he talks me into being being the next Edward Jenner that experimented with the vaccine on himself and to experiment on myself, and then I get pregnant. Then of course I fall in love with the idea of having a child and get emotionally involved. And
So when you
carry
get
the
pregnant,
term.
does it hurt? I mean, obviously they gotta, the guy's gotta give it to you. I'm saying that's gotta be painful, right, Arnold?
It is artificial insemination.
Oh, artificial! Thank God, I was going to say.
Where does the baby
'Cause that-
come out?
Yeah, where's the baby come out?
I mean,
What the hell's that all about?
Cesarean.
Oh, it is cesarean. Good for you.
You guys only think about one thing.
Well,
How can you always just think about those sick things?
I don't know. It's just the only thing I know.
What is going on in this studio here? I mean, it's just amazing.
So
I must
who-
be
so-
fire red in my face because I'm basically a very shy person.
No, you're not.
I
You're
never-
wild
I
too.
never heard
You're
this
wild.
Kind of, stuff from
Right.
me.
Who are you hanging out with these? You're a wild guy, and you got to keep up this movie image and everything. So, like you got to hang out with George Bush and all that kind of crap. But I'm saying, who are your real friends? I mean, you
Well,
can't be hanging
I tell you one thing.
It's no fun at the Kennedy
I was
compound.
extremely happy, to hang out with George Bush because he was a terrific president.
Yeah, but I mean,
loved
what
the
fun
guy,
is that?
And I still stay in touch with him.
Right.
And so I think that. Well, I have many friends.
I mean, you're not a shy guy. You say you're a shy guy.
With those bodybuilder guys?
Yeah, I mean,
I have old friends from the bodybuilding.
who's
days.
that guy who made $1 million with you? That guy Franco or something?
Franco Colombo.
Franco
for instance.
Colombo.
Yeah, Franco Colombo was
They were
one of the
bricklayers
great
together.
Right, yeah,
They
they
came
started
over,
that bricklaying
and then there was an
business.
earthquake, and they made millions of dollars.
Exactly, you know the story.
Yeah, I know this story. Because Arnold comes over, he goes, "America is easy.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, boom, 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 boom,
I'm
boom."
already a millionaire.
Yeah, I grew up here. I feel like a failure.
Only in America,
Yes,
right?
right.
They put an ad in the LA Times after the earthquake, and they say, European bricklayers, specialists in stonework. We rebuild your house in no time. Call us now.
And you were up to
You
your...
know, and then immediately, we got like 50 phone calls the first few hours, and Franco and I, we were out there. We hired 15 people then, bodybuilders from the gym. They had no job. None of them were working.
And you became a millionaire.
Our laborers, and then not from that, but it took investments and other things. But we made good money and great living while the other bodybuilders were lying around on the beach. We were working out.
Why
there,
are we so
going
stupid,
to
Robin?
college,
We
going to
can't do
college.
anything.
Hey, why
No,
are we so
that's
stupid?
Not true. Are you kidding me?
No, we feel stupid.
We see disasters
Why can't we
all the
conquer
time,
America?
and we never think
You know
of
what it is?
capitalizing on
We
it.
grew up here. We don't appreciate it.
That's right. We say somebody else would do that.
Yeah.
That is true. That there's a lot of times when you are a foreigner, you appreciate much more what America has to offer.
Hey, how do you
Because
think my physique
know-
looks? How do you think my physique looks? You
Well,
haven't commented.
why don't you hit a shot for me?
Wait, yeah, let me
Let's see.
pose for you.
No,
I want to pose for you.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, here we go,
Let's see a shot. Okay. Flex your
Wait a
pectorals. No, you don't have to show the abs.
No,
That's
I'll
okay.
show, I'll show.
why
I don't
show
mind.
the-
I'm gonna show you.
No, why show the weak point?
No, here we go.
Okay, there you are. Okay. Oh, good. Okay, now flex.
Oh,
you
stop.
flexed
I am
already.
flexing.
Okay, I
That's
got
not
it.
funny.
Okay. Sit down again.
Come on,
This
I don't-
way- No. But you
He
know
was
what
more
I like?
impressed with Ralph.
No. Let me just tell you. First of all, your intercostals, your serratus, and your lower abdomen and
Yes.
your rear deltoids are fantastic.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
Your
very
rear
good.
deltoids.
Yeah,
Rear deltoids. How'd you
That's
see
the fun.
those?
The rear deltoids you can't see, so that's why I think they're fantastic.
All right, I know I'm a mess. What do I know? I can't believe what a mess I have. So who are you hanging around with? Seriously,
You
who are
should
you?
always, first of all,
Yeah.
never, ever pose for me again without oiling up.
Yeah, I will.
You have to- No.
We can see I
but
shaved
I'm
down the
telling you,
hair.
You got to go and pump up. First, do some secret push-ups, then come in here, put the oil on.
It was
and
a
then-
mistake.
No,
I knew it.
So these are the tricks that I've learned during my bodybuilding.
And in this movie, you didn't even have to take off your shirt.
No,
you know,
well,
usually
it's kind of ripped off half.
Yeah, I saw the arms and everything. You were pumped up,
The
yeah.
pectorals.
Right.
You saw a little bit meat there.
Yeah,
exactly,
we saw a little meat.
I was so
Yeah.
disappointed when he ripped off that wetsuit.
Yeah. Couldn't see anything.
I
He had
like,
the
oh
way
boy,
you
here
say
we go.
Should have been nude under the wetsuit. That's the way to go.
But I mean, it was too cold. I mean, imagine that there was sub-zero temperatures in the water and then outside. But wasn't it a great scene how they rip off the wetsuit?
Yeah.
With James Bondian kind
Yeah,
of
it's a very James Bond, but it's like
exactly,
what
yeah.
James Bond should be. James Bond has sort
That's
of died
correct,
off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's an excellent
like
movie.
The old James Bond movies.
And who are you hanging out with these days? I mean, what is the day like? I mean, what do you golf or something?
No, I don't golf. I don't have enough time for golfing yet. But I mean, maybe eventually I will get into that. I've taken 2 lessons in my life.
Right.
One was 2 years ago with my wife in Hawaii, and one
Oh,
was
you take
just
her to Hawaii,
14
huh?
days. 14 days. No, we were on vacation. And,
That must be
you know,
hot going
so-
around with Maria Shriver in Hawaii.
It is hot. It is hard to go anywhere with Maria Shriver.
Is it?
Let me just tell you.
And
It's
what does she wear? Does she
sizzling.
wear bathing
It's
suit, like
sizzling.
one piece, or does she wear 2 piece?
What do you think she wears? Like a sweatsuit on the beach?
I don't know.
or
I don't know.
what?
You're conservative. I don't know.
No,
You let her
no.
walk around in a bikini?
She looks fantastic.
Does she wear bikini? A one piece?
One piece, yes, exactly.
Because of the kids, but she's whipped herself back into shape.
No, she looks in great shape. It's just that she always liked, and she looks fantastic.
Because you
in a
demand
one
the
piece.
perfect body. I mean, if you saw her and you saw, like cellulite and stuff on her, it would upset you.
No, it wouldn't upset me.
I mean, you're
because
into perfect bodies.
But I mean, I'm into perfect bodies. She has a fantastic body.
I mean, because when you're in
and
the
a
sack and you take
fantastic
your clothes off, I mean, it's an
personality.
event.
No,
It's an
I
event.
don't.
I mean, it is.
No, I
Arnold.
keep-
Arnold's like, it's
When
time
I
for
go-
There's
love.
always that music.
I mean, it's got to be wild. Yeah,
Yeah,
is there music
yeah.
playing? I mean, it's wild.
I never take my clothes off in bed. I keep the wetsuit on.
No, can you imagine though? Seriously, when you look as good as Arnold, and this guy keeps himself in some shape.
Yes, he
This
does.
guy's a professional bodybuilder. Was a #1 champion. How many did you win? Like 20,000 championships.
What
This
was it? 6?
Yeah, I mean,
7 Mr. Olympia
7?
titles and all. But I mean, the
you must
thing
have to
is-
wear like steel condoms or something. I mean, you're so
Stop it.
strong all over, and very well hung, I might add.
Thank you.
Another
for the
standing
compliment.
ovation. You're second in the
Thank
morning.
you, thank you.
Yeah.
And all these compliments about the movie, about how well.
Yeah, but when Maria sees you,
Incredible.
when Maria sees you naked, though, she must go like, "What?" I mean, she's got to still go, "Oh my God, look what I'm with." I'm with a muscular billionaire.
Well, he is one of the wonders.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be
world.
wild. I mean,
Let me use this for my ads for the movie.
Yeah, right.
Arnold
Schwarzenegger, muscular billionaire. But she must go wild. I mean,
we have a great relationship.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
really terrific. And like I said, she's one of
And you
the
never get tired
most
or anything
incredible-
of her?
No, never.
Never.
More in love
Amazing.
now than ever before. I mean, because she is the most incredible woman.
Really?
I absolutely adore her. And you know what else? Well, who else I love so much is her parents.
Yeah.
Her parents are absolutely fantastic. I've learned a lot from them.
Sergeant Schreiber.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Did you
He's-
call him Sergeant?
He's getting I call him Sarge.
Sarge.
Or Sergeant.
You don't have to
one
call
or
them
the
mom and
other.
dad?
He's never
No.
getting a
I
promotion.
sometimes say to her mom or dad and to him dad. But
Isn't
I
it
mean,
funny,
it's-
though?
But they are very supportive. They came out to the movie premiere. Every time I have something going, they're right there.
Yeah.
And it's really a tight family.
It's great being in with the Kennedys, though. Isn't that
Yeah,
cool?
it's great because I mean,
Come on, how
everyone-
cool is that?
That's very
everyone
cool.
helps.
You ever hear that song, I Want to Marry a Kennedy Girl? Did you ever?
No, I've never heard that
I
song.
want to live with a
What are
Kennedy
you talking
girl.
about? He played that constantly.
Yeah, I know. You must have played that over. Seriously, that's like a big deal.
No,
Yeah.
but it's great because the whole family.
can you
is
believe you're
very
more
tied
famous than them?
together. They are always sticking together and
Yeah.
they help each other and stuff. So that is really incredible. And so I just adore the Schreibers. Really
Oh, that's
do.
got to be great. Then you
Yeah.
go up to like Hyannisport, and you got to go to the funeral, right? To Jacqueline's funeral and all that cool stuff.
What? That is
Oh,
an
how?
absolute-
But that's
That's
cool.
not
That's a cool
cool.
event. I don't mean it's cool. You know what I'm saying, Arnold? Hey, give me a break.
No, but that's
You
a
know what I'm
must
saying.
because I loved her. She
Yeah,
was a
that's what I'm
terrific
saying.
woman and a very
Yeah, but there wasn't anything cool.
I would.
about it.
Oh, yes, it is.
cool,
If I could have gone there, I could have networked
Oh,
there.
you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying I could have met a lot of people.
I can't believe
What are you talking about?
It's
To network?
horrible.
You know what I'm saying. I don't mean it to be
Exactly.
disrespectful. I'm just saying I would like to network myself in with those people. I don't know anybody who has anything going
Oh, sure,
on.
you'd be invited to the next funeral with your antics.
It's unbelievable. But,
So anyway, what else is
but
going
you
on
are
here?
married to a Kennedy, and you are more famous than the Kennedys, and you have
No,
more
I'm
money,
not- I'm
and you
not-
have more money than
I'm
the
not,
Kennedys.
I'm not more famous than the Kennedys. Remember one thing: you
No.
never get confused with that.
Oh,
this
please.
was one of the greatest presidents ever.
That's
lived,
true.
And so that name will be staying there,
Always going.
forever, and it is a big name.
There
It's
is
the
no
biggest
move
name
to
in
turn the
world.
family into the Schwarzeneggers. Huh?
No, come on. Let me tell you
no,
something.
no.
Hey, you ever hang with Daryl Hannah and JFK Jr.? You ever get to go party with them?
Sometimes they come over to the house.
and what's his story? Can you rap to him, or is he?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
really?
Yeah, he's a very smart.
But he's not into
guy.
bodybuilding, is he?
He loves
God, yes,
working
he
out. Are you
is.
kidding me?
Yeah, he's
he
got an
works it
okay
all
physique.
the time. I mean, he believes in sound mind, sound body. I mean, he's a
Yeah.
very smart guy, great shape, and all.
That Daryl's
likes
something,
to have,
huh?
She's a
Oh,
very
yeah.
sexy girl.
Yes. That one, do you ever have them over
Absolutely.
to swim and stuff?
Yeah, they come over.
And they wear
sometimes,
bikinis
yes,
and, you know.
yeah, everything.
Really?
Yeah, John
Everything,
looks
yeah.
good in it too.
The next
Oh,
time they come
man.
over, I'll call you right away. Okay?
You have to call me. Do me a
Fly
favor.
out there.
Do me before I die. You just got to invite me up. I want to be poolside with Maria
Exactly.
and you.
Okay, there you,
Could,
are.
I don't care what you're wearing. And Daryl and JFK Jr. I don't care what JFK Jr. is wearing. Would that be some party?
You got it.
Oh, man. And we'll shoot video.
Oh,
That'll be a
know
bigger
what else?
movie than True Lies.
You know what else? I forgot. I almost forgot that Steve. I mean, Steve, my publicist.
Who's
you know.
Steve?
Yeah,
What's
is
Steve?
right
How dare
over here,
you?
Steve Newman. I mean, can you believe
Hey,
that? I
Steve.
say to the guy, I said before we walk in here, I said, make sure to remind me of my big event this weekend.
What is it?
And he said to me, he says, I will remind you.
You
In the
having
meantime,
Daryl
he
Hannah
didn't-
over the house?
No, in the meantime,
No.
he didn't remind me of anything. We have this weekend the opening ceremony of the Inner City Games in Los Angeles, which is at
I'm not
1
going to
p.m.
that.
At
That's
1
scary,
p.m.
isn't it?
At 1 p.m. at USC with the opening ceremonies. And the Inner City Games are basically games for the inner city children
Yes.
to give them the opportunity to participate in sports. There's like 50 different sports activities for the next 10 days
Right.
all over Los Angeles and stuff like that. But the opening ceremony will be right there at 1 p.m. And there's 5,000 kids participating in this event. And it is an event that was created by Danny Hernandez and by the Hollenbeck Youth Center. I'm the commissioner of the Inner City Games. We did fundraising. We had an auction.
How's this work, though?
We had an auction at the Planet Hollywood where we raised $130,000 in 1 hour
Wow.
for the Inner City Games, and them calling also studio executives and so to donate money. So we raised around $300,000-$400,000 for that.
I
yeah.
got to start doing stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Arnold's always involved in good acts.
Yeah, then
too.
people wouldn't think I was such a skunk.
That's right.
I got to do that. I got to get. Where's my PR guy?
Fundraiser.
Yeah.
I'm using
exactly.
Dan Flores. I got to switch to you. What's your name again?
This Steve
Steve,
Newman.
quickly, get me involved in charity work and a high-profile charity work, inner city something or like Arnold does, so that I will too have a good reputation.
Exactly.
Now, what do you do?
There
Can you
are.
charge
But
the kids? Can you charge the kids a fee for participating? There's got to be a way to make
Stop it.
money off
No,
this.
no. This
Right.
is just for kids. You know what the great thing about
Right.
it is? Danny Hernandez designed this whole program of the Inner City Games in order to give kids an alternative to drugs, an alternative to violence, and to joining gangs and all this, to basically say no to violence, no to gangs, no to drugs, and yes yes to education, and yes to training and exercising, and yes to sports.
Well, at
And
least
it
there's
is
something
basically-
good going on,
Yes,
Robin.
instead of complaining, Howard, this man went out and did
No, but
something.
Oh, be
we-
quiet. Aren't you
Yes.
done kissing ass? Oh, look at that,
The
Arnold.
important thing is that we find things for those kids to do. Because if you just
I
leave
know,
them
they're
out
running
on the
around
streets,
out
if
there.
you leave them out on the streets,
whirlpooling.
that's when they get involved with gangs,
That's
and
right.
with violence and all those kind of
Yes.
things. So the inner city games is a way of getting them away from the streets, getting them into the gymnasium, to train hard, to do sports, and to be proud of themselves, build their
Can I say
self-confidence, build their self-esteem, and that then will help them with other projects they do in the future.
May I say something?
Yeah.
And I mean this sincerely.
Yes.
You have now inspired me.
Ah.
Because of what you are doing. You're a busy man. You certainly don't have time. I am going to create something for the kids, the inner city kids, to do too.
Well, you know something?
Let me tell you my idea.
Okay, great.
Because you have inspired me.
Yes.
All inner city kids can now sit home and watch my e-show on television, which
They
now
can't
airs 3
get
times a
your
week.
e-show.
Of course they can. It's right on cable. They have cable there. Don't fool me. These inner city kids have cable, Arnold, and I know it, and you know it.
You're terrible.
I am making this show available to all the inner city.
Free.
Free. Turn on your TVs, watch it, and it'll keep you out of gangs.
But
Thank
you know what else?
Right.
You should help us next year. We have New York representatives come to Los Angeles.
You
this
would want
year.
me there?
I know. I want you to start it in New York here
Oh,
and help them
great.
to start it in New York. The inner
Oh.
city
There you
games,
go,
because we
Howard.
want to make it there on a national level.
I am going to do that. As a matter of
Thank
fact,
you very
Arnold, I'm going to
much.
take that call to arms. Also, we should meet to plan at your house
Yes.
on the
you.
weekends
That's
with
right.
Maria and Daryl Hannah.
Exactly.
And we should sit
I would
poolside in a
certainly like
relaxed
to volunteer
atmosphere.
my help,
Absolutely.
Arnold.
Yes.
As long as you bring Robin.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's the
absolutely.
deal.
You should
You
see
got
her in
it.
the thong. It's
That's
wild.
right.
It's wild. But, Arnold, listen. First of all, I thank you for coming in. That's number one.
Thank you very much.
True Lies, really great movie. We're not just saying it. I mean,
No,
it
it's-
really
it's
is
a
great.
fantastic
It's
movie.
the summer movie. You got to go see it. It's tons of action, and it's a really good story. And Jamie Lee Curtis is good. And as much as it kills me to say it, that Tom Arnold.
I'll tell you what really warmed my heart. It warmed my heart to see the critics take to the movie.
I know. They
You
loved
played it
yeah.
smart too. You played it low key this time.
You're very low-key.
Not like you're not
Yeah.
hyping it. The
No,
best
no,
movie to come out.
exactly.
Just released it.
Exactly.
It came out, and all the reviewers loved it.
Yeah.
There wasn't all this pressure on you.
No.
$95 million. It's got to make its first weekend. If it's going to, and it just came out, and this thing's going to be a blockbuster.
Yes.
And it's a fantastic movie. I mean, it really is great
Oh, it's
movie
a
making.
great time at the
it's
movie
state of the
theater.
art, the effects, and everything. I mean, they certainly put a lot of money into this. What did it cost
Oh,
to make?
yeah. I
The
don't know exactly the
stunts.
The
figures.
stunts
but
are
we'll find out
incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
soon.
it's a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money. Yeah.
And it really is an incredible movie. And I really do thank you for coming in here.
Thank you. It's always a great pleasure.
It's great.
I'll
It's
see you the
great.
next time around.
Right, and say hi to Maria.
I
and,
will, thank you.
Of course, Daryl when you
Thank
see
you.
her,
I will.
and the kids.
Thank you.
All right? I'm going to go see your movie every weekend, Arnold. How's that for an ass kiss? All right, Arnold, thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. I want to be in touch about that charity work. Arnold, thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
He's a good man. That's a good man.
He's a great man.
Great man. Son of a bitch has the perfect life. Perfect life.
But you don't even resent him for it anymore.
No, I still do. Sure you do. Sure you do. It's not fair. He comes over to this country and
You know,
everything
it's
perfect.
amazing. It is absolutely amazing that with that accent, he's one of the biggest stars
I know. He did it all.
in the country, and he knew he could do it.
I speak perfectly, and I've yet to make my first movie. He makes a mockery of us. He goes home and goes, that a-hole Howard, he can speak perfect English. He grew up here. And he
look at him.
he don't even have 1 million. Ha ha ha.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. That's what he goes home and tells Maria.
Sure.
Maria Shriver, huh? Boy, that must be something. One of the direct Kennedy descendants. Mm-hmm. Good looking.
And a good-looking one.
A good looking one. Yeah, how'd that happen? That's right.
Usually the boys get the looks.
Yeah, I know. You didn't see Arnold chasing Caroline.
Oh.
But you got to figure a guy like that has women throwing themselves left
Well,
and
they
right.
were, yeah.
Robin was doing it.
Hey,
Yeah, Robin.
Man.
He is a good looking guy.
he's gorgeous.
Yeah. Bricklayer gets a Kennedy. Me, I've got a Burns. It's my
I
wife's
don't.
maiden's
Did he
name.
ever go to college?
No, he didn't waste time with that. He came right out of Austria.
Yeah.
He was bodybuilding, like
Over there.
Even his father was like, "Hey, don't bodybuild. What are you doing, you big pussy?" And he says, "No, I know what I'm doing." You jackass.
Right.
He comes right over here at 16 or something.
That was his dream to get here.
Starts winning like Mr. Olympia, all this stuff. And that's when bodybuilding, it wasn't even cool to be a bodybuilder.
In fact, he built bodybuilding.
Builds bodybuilding. In between, he's laying brick. And all of a sudden, the earthquake hits, and he makes a couple of $1 million doing that with real estate investments. So he could have retired at that point.
Yeah, he was already set.
Then decides to go into movies. Everyone's goofing on him and laughing at him. And then he becomes the #1 box office dude in America, in the world. And he does our radio show. That's the only part of the plan I can't figure out.
I guess he figures every life must have some adversity.
Yeah. I'd love to know what went on that set with Tom Arnold yelling at Roseanne during it.
Oh, to be
boy.
in that trailer.
If Arnold could only we could just shoot him full of truth serum.
And tell us what was really going on.
And that first meeting where Jim Cameron, the director, turned to Arnold and said, "Let's put Tom Arnold," and Arnold went, "Are you high? Do you know who you're putting in this movie?"
Jim.
Jim. Arnold, my name is Jim. Jim, are you crazy? The man is nothing. He married Roseanne. That's his claim to fame. He's a meat packer. I'd love to know the whole story. I need Olivier, not Arnold. Not Tom Arnold. And then with Roseanne stopping by the set and the two of them arguing and Tom Arnold there with his assistant.
Right.
Kim,
Must have been pretty.
Kim
Silva.
Yeah. Roseanne with that blonde hair. Did you see that blonde
I've seen
hair?
her as a blonde, yes.
Holy mackerel. Could she get any uglier? I mean, did she look in the mirror and you say, I want to make myself look worse?
Who told her to do that?
Meanwhile, this Arnold Schwarzenegger, never any dirt on him. He's always clean. He's always walking around. You don't find him with any broads in a hotel at Fred's bachelor party.
You should have invited him to the bachelor party.
Hey, I didn't think of that. That would have been some bonding.
Get him back.
He probably wouldn't do it.
He might.
He want to hang around with us.
He's a fun guy.
You know, he's about the same age as us. He might be a little older.
I know, but he always seems like much more mature.
He seems like Fred's dad.
Ooh.
He's always putting us in our
Come
place.
on, boys.
Remember when he
boys.
yelled at us the first time we met him? He didn't really yell at us. He was pretty nice about it, but he dressed us down.
Very strongly.
He was in the bathroom. He was making a duty.
Oh.
First time I met
to
Arnold.
Tell that story.
Trying to.
First time I met Arnold, I was doing a talk show, and Arnold was the guest on before me, and
It was Charlie Rose.
the Charlie Rose show. Yeah, he had a Phil Donahue ripoff show. Charlie's the only one in America who could make that work.
Yeah, he tried it first and
Yeah.
bombed.
And Arnold was a guest. He was doing Conan
It was
Yeah,
the
it was
first
the
Conan.
Barbarian.
And Sandal Bergman was
Right.
on.
Yeah. So I was a big fan. I was excited that he was going to be doing Conan, and I ran into it. I never do this. I'm much
You
too shy.
and Fred followed
We
him
both-
into the
The
bathroom.
two big dopes
Yeah.
ran into
Almost.
What?
Almost.
Oh,
Yeah,
stop.
chasing Arnold into the bathroom.
So I said, Fred, let's go chase Arnold into the bathroom and tell him how great we think it is that he's doing Conan the Barbarian. We went in there and he was like, hey, what? Hey, boys.
boys.
Hey, boys, please. Thank you so much for a nice compliment, but please.
Sorry to bother you, Arnold. That's
Yeah.
okay, boys.
Yeah. What is it?
He loved it.
Yeah, of course he loved it.
Said you were really wild. And
He loves it. He's a wild guy. He's done some wild
Yeah.
stuff. Look at him in Pumping Iron. He's smoking pot.
Oh, yeah.
it's a long time ago.
A long time ago, but he's got a wild
it.
streak in him.
He's definitely got a wild streak.
Yeah. Something tells me he gets a little thing on the side going with some girls.
Oh, here we go.
Jamie
telling
Lee,
you.
meet me in my trailer.
Jamie Lee, that was a good strip.
That's very nice. Now let's go practice in private.
Come here, Roseanne.
Yeah.
That's a real wild story.
Roseanne, you fox. I've had every beautiful body in the business.
Now
Now
I
let me
want-
have this.
Now I want a pig.
Oh, I bet you that Roseanne was hanging around. I bet you he saw plenty that he can't talk about.
Yeah, he's not talking.
Yeah, he's like a good guy. He doesn't talk.
Huge crowd outside.
Is that right?
Huge.
Yeah, he's a good guy. You know why he's a good guy? Does our show.
If he didn't do our show,
Alec Baldwin does our show.
He's a good guy,
Great guy.
too.
He's a good guy, too.
That's all it takes.
You know who sucks?
Who?
Anyone who doesn't do our show.
You're not going to name names?
That's right. I'll name names. It's a laundry list. You have to be here all day.